This video will cover applying Rota templates and how the auto-apply functionality works. Remember, to apply Rota templates, you're going to need the appointment administrator access right. I'm going to start on the Rota template screen. To apply a rota, select the one you want and right-click. This screen is populated with everything that was set up for that rota when you created the template. It has the extra options for which dates this rota should be applied for. At this point you can adjust the rota, so for instance, I know that this rota for the next 2 weeks, all the embargo slots are now going to be made bookable. I can do this by highlighting the slots, clicking amend and picking an appropriate different slot. Once I select OK, these rotas will appear in the appointment ledger and overview. Another way to see all applied rotas is under Appointments and then Rotas. This is useful if you manage creating and applying rotas because you can see in a list what rotas already exist, say for a certain staff member or for a particular rota type. From this screen, as well as the ledger and overview screens, these applied rotas can be managed. There is functionality in System 1 called Auto Applying, which is useful for rotas that you want to be applied on a rolling basis. If we return to the Rota Template screen and amend an existing rota, at the top there is an option to auto-apply this rota. At an organisation, for clinics that are the same on a regular basis, they might have these applied for 6 weeks in the future, for instance. Rather than having to have a staff member always check that the rotas are on for 6 weeks in advance, the system can do this for you. Set that you want it to be auto-applied and for how many weeks. Note that the system applies these on a Saturday preceding the first rota entry. Basically, as one week ends, the system looks through all the rotas that have been set to auto-apply and adds an extra week to have the correct number of weeks applied. On the Rota Template screen, you can see how many weeks an auto-apply has been set for a particular template. When the auto-apply happens, the system will send a task to let you know which rotas have been applied. If any were unable to apply, the task details why. For instance, there might already be a rota applied for that staff member, or some staff leave has been added. You can stop an auto-applied template simply by unticking the preference on the Rota template itself.